So the first step to starting this project is we want to create a new file, and I called mine Interactive Turtle. So you should probably call yours the same. And what I did is I went to Random Turtles and I copied everything. So I hit Command A, Command C, and then I came over to Interactive Turtles and I pressed Command V and pasted it in. So if I run Interactive Turtles, you'll see that what I have is this here, draws the nest, and the turtles start to walk out of the nest. All right, so this is the beginning. These turtles are moving a little bit slow. I guess it looks okay when I want the story to be running, but right now when I'm testing, it looks a little slow to me, right? So I'm going to go ahead and change the speed to a faster speed to start off, and then maybe later I can change it to a higher speed. So for now, I'm going to put it to 10, and this should get the turtles to move a little faster. Okay, so here we go, right? They wander off to the sea. Another issue I want to fix is I want the blue sea to be drawn instantaneously. I don't want to wait. Okay, so what I can do is I can use a tracer. So I'm going to come over here, and this sea is the turtle that is drawing the ocean. So I could say sea.tracer, and I could set it to 10. And at the end of the code that uses the sea turtle, I am going to clear the tracer. So I'm going to do a c.pen_up, which makes sure that this turtle is not going to do anything to ruin my project. And then I am going to do a for loop for 10 times, which is the same number that I'm setting my tracer to. And then I'm going to do a c.fd move 1. Okay. So this is going to clear out my tracer and make sure that if there's any movements that were not printed out to the screen, that they are printed out to the screen. So if I run it now, okay, so the C is instantaneous. The turtles will slow down at once we finish our project. And the next thing I want to fix is I want the turtles to all leave the screen before I stop that loop. Right? So if you remember, what I did here is I created a nest, drew the nest on the screen, then I created 8 turtles, T1 down to T8. I used a while loop here to move the turtles until one of them left the screen. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want this while loop to continue until all of them leave the screen. And so how can we do that? Well, there's different ways we could do it. The simplest way we can do it is we can simply erase this long expression here and replace it with a for loop for I in range, and just find out how many iterations do I need to run before all of the turtles leave the screen. Okay, so I think 50 is a good number. So some of the turtles come back, which is strange. So maybe I could do 30 iterations. Okay, so that works kind of good. They all kind of scatter like cockroaches. Okay, so I think 30 is a good number. So this is the simplest way to do it. So since it's simple, let's go ahead and just keep it. Okay, so this is going to make sure all the turtles leave the screen. And once they do leave the screen, well, what do we want to do? Well, we want to add a new turtle here that's going to, be here in the center of the screen. And so maybe we can make sure that this turtle in the center is distinguished from the other turtles by changing his color. So I'm going to make all of these guys' color green. Dark green. And then I am going to make the controllable turtle just regular green. So it'll make sure that the regular turtle that we can control is distinguished from his brothers and sisters. Okay, so there we go. And ooh, that turtle didn't go away. Okay, so maybe what we can do is we can say after they all go away, we can go ahead and hide all the turtles, right? So that way, even if they do come back, they'll go away. So how can we do that? Well, we could just do this exact same loop. I'm sorry, we could just let's see, how can we do this? Yeah, maybe we can come here, we could say t_1 dot hide turtle, and we could do the same thing for all of our turtles. And we could change this to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So let's see if we get any issues with that. Okay, so occasionally we have an issue, and let's go ahead and just leave it the way it is. But for the challenge exercise would be to figure out a different way of making sure that all the turtles leave the screen. Okay, and I'll leave that as a super challenge, meaning it's optional, but there are definitely more than one way to do that, and to ensure that that the loop stops once all the turtles leave the screen. Right, this way is kind of not an exact way, meaning some of the turtles can come back. So let me leave that as a challenge exercise.